Hello everyone, this is Peter James Gushola, the Born Again Energist, and this is my channel, the Energy Academy, where we talk about all things metaphysical and esoteric. In a recent video, we talked about what is dowsing, and we did some basics where we programmed our pendulum and learned how to ask simple questions that require yes or no answers. Today, I want to go over how to use your pendulum to get the answers to multiple choice questions. So let's get right into it. Last week, or the last time we talked, we were talking when you use your pendulum, you want to keep it on a short chain. Your dowsing system moves the energy through your arm, through the chain. You want to keep it nice and short. Now for doing multiple choice questions, I'm going to move the camera out a little bit further so you can see a little easier. Okay. We're going to use our hand as a kind of dowsing type chart where we can program each finger for an answer. So an example would be, for instance, my brother's birthday is coming up, and I want to know what the best or most appropriate dinner for his birthday dinner will be. And I know that he likes chicken parmesan, beef parmesan, or just plain beef cutlets, breaded beef cutlets. So what I will do is I will assign one meal to each finger. So for instance, my ring finger, I will assign the chicken parmesan. The middle finger, I will assign the beef parmesan, and my pointer finger, I will program or assign the beef cutlets. And then the thumb will be assigned as other or something else, and I'll explain why that's important shortly. So when you're doing a multiple choice question, because you have, you're going to be swinging out a little further, you're going to use the whole chain as opposed to the shortened chain, so that you have a very clear idea of where it's going to swing. So hopefully this shows up clearly on the video. So I'm going to thank my dowsing system, and as soon as you thank it, okay, let's try it. Okay, so as soon as you thank it, it should start swinging to the yes/no position. So thank you, spirit guides. What is the best or most appropriate dinner to make for my brother's birthday dinner? So I don't know if you can see, it's swinging over my spirit finger, my middle finger, which was assigned as the beef parmesan. So now I know that most likely I should bake beef parmesan for my brother's birthday dinner. So let's assign three different things. My brother hates seafood, so let's assign shrimp dinner, salmon dinner, crab legs, or other. Right? So again, so my ring finger is shrimp, middle finger or spirit finger is salmon, pointer finger is crab legs, thumb is other. So thank you, spirit guides. What would be the most appropriate of these choices for my brother's birthday dinner? I'm not sure if that's showing up clearly on the video, but it's swinging over my thumb, which is other, because my brother does not like any form of seafood. Well, he likes fish and chips. I don't really consider that seafood. But who doesn't like fish and chips? Anyway, so the reason we want to assign an other when you're doing multiple choice questions is quite simple. When you're asking your pendulum system to give you an answer, and you give it 2 or 3 choices, you're forcing it to choose the best of those 2 or 3 choices. However, those 2 or 3 choices may not be, I don't want to say the right choice, but the most appropriate choice. So it'll just choose the best of what you offered. So when you offer a something else or other option, it gives the dowsing system a chance to inform you that your other 2 or 3 options, or 4 options, we have 5 digits, are not the right or the most appropriate choices. The other way you could do this too is draw a circle on a piece of paper, and around the circle you could assign different choices, and then you simply start with your pendulum hanging in the center of the circle and ask your question, and then it will swing to the most appropriate answer, whatever that is. So those are a couple different ways you can ask multiple choice questions. Quite often people will ask questions like, should I date Wendy, or should I date Cindy, or should I date Susan? And you don't give an other or someone else option. It will choose the most appropriate of those 3 choices, which is not necessarily the right choice. So you want to have the something or other. The other thing I want to caution you is when it comes to stuff like relationships, that is something that you are most likely have some emotional attachment to, I would hope. So it's not necessarily the best question for you to ask. That would be something that you would most likely want a friend of yours to ask on your behalf. And the other caution is, it's important to trust your dowsing system and believe its answers once you get very comfortable with it and you've been practicing for a while. However, you don't want to solely rely on it for life decisions such as who you're going to date or marry, or jobs, for instance, or buying a house. You can use the dowsing system as guidance, but you need to trust your gut and your heart as well. So you need to bring everything into play before you make that decision. So it's not to say don't trust your dowsing system or it's just for fun, but use it as a guide, but it's not the end-all and be-all answer that you want to go with. So that's how you ask a multiple choice question, or how you get an answer to a multiple choice question using your pendulum. The next video, or a video later on, we're going to talk about clearing and adding energy to a situation. And we'll get into that next time. It's a little more advanced and a little more fun. Not that this isn't fun, but it's kind of cool the things we can do with clearing and adding energy. I've been going around our property dowsing our trees. A couple of our trees haven't been looking very healthy, so I've been clearing some negative energies out of them and adding some positive or beneficial energies, and actually the trees are starting to look a little better, which is kind of cool. And we'll talk about that in a later video. So thank you for watching this. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, The Energy Academy, so that you can keep up to date with us. Thanks again, and remember, your well-being is my business. Thank you.